Hawley next. Senator Blumenthal, Cornyn, and Kennedy are in the wings.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I wanted to say that I appreciated Senator Feinstein raising the issue of violent crime. I thought that that was an important point to make, and I appreciated her comment that the streets teach you a lot. And I think this is an important context for today's vote and indeed the issues that are facing the committee. As a former head prosecutor of my state, former attorney general of my state, I agree with that comment that the streets teach you a lot. I think that's absolutely right. And what the streets are teaching us now is that we are in the midst of a massive violent crime wave in this country. A massive violent crime wave in this country. Homicides are up over 30% in our major cities over the last year. That includes in my state. I have police officers when I go home to my state who beg me for help. And I mean beg me for help. Whether it's big cities, and Missouri's a diverse state. We've got big cities, we've got small towns, we've got rural areas. And wherever I go, police officers come to me and they say, we are desperate for help. We are outmanned, we are outgunned, we are overwhelmed, we can't recruit people, our morale is collapsing, we feel we have no support. It is a simple reality, and the American people are feeling it. The people in my state are feeling it. They are afraid to go out at night, they're afraid to go out on the streets, they're afraid to drop their children off at school. I mean, this is not the United States of America that we should have. This is a pressing issue that is affecting every single American, and yes, every cop in America. And I hope, Mr. Chairman, I raise this because I hope this committee will soon turn to this issue of violent crime in our country, and do something about it, and do something to support the men and women in blue who are out there on the line. And I have to say that in this context, when Mr. Chipman says things like, with regard to the Secret Service. I asked him about this when he was sitting right over there. He said in 2012 that their, meaning the Secret Service, use of guns, shooting guns is not necessary. Interesting idea. He goes on then to say, we need to think of strategies like that of just covering and evacuating in our schools. Now, he denied that he said that when he was in front of us. I don't know why, because it's on the record. We gave it to him as a QFR. I mean, you can go read the transcript yourself. My point is this. I don't think that our schools should be less safe. I can't vote for someone who says we ought to make schools in this country less safe in the midst of a crime epidemic. I don't know what I would tell the parents in my state. And when I look at Mr. Chipman's agenda, which is to take away Second Amendment rights from law-abiding citizens while violent criminals are loose on our streets, I just have to say, Mr. Chairman, I just respectfully disagree that that's the right agenda for us to have at this time. So I will not be supporting Mr. Chipman, and I hope that the committee will soon turn its attention to the epidemic of violent crime in our country. I hope we can find some solutions that we can agree on, and I respectfully submit, this is a question for another time, I respectfully submit that increasing officer pay and increasing the number of officers on the street is something where we might start. But for those reasons, I'll be opposing Mr. Chipman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Senator Hawley. We have 3 senators seeking recognition, and I will close the debate at that point. We'll have a vote on Mr. Chipman at that moment. Senator Blumenthal is next.
Thank you, Mr.